SomeBenLongDude show. I am some dude named Ben Long, and this is my show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about this guitar right here. It's the Fender FMT Telecaster. The FMT stands for Flame Maple Top, as one of the features that I will soon be discussing is its wonderful flame maple top. So let's get right into it here. I printed off a sheet here with a bunch of the specifications of this guitar so I don't forget anything to go over. As the name it says, it's a Telecaster style body and neck and headstock. It's got some unique differences from most Telecasters that you will come across though. First thing with this guitar is it's a black cherry burst finish. It's black, fades into cherry, over top of a flame maple top, as I discussed earlier, which is also carved. I don't know if you can see from here, but it's, not round. It's not flat. It's rounded over. And it's a maple top on a mahogany body with a mahogany neck. As you'll see here, there's no bolt-on plate as most Telecasters have. It's a set neck, the same as the Jim Adkins JA90s. I think those are the only two Tellies that I can remember that have actually the set necks. Quite like them. That's a mahogany body as well, I think. I forget. Anyway, it's got the rosewood fretboard over top of it. It's got binding on the neck, which I really like. Makes it great and playable. Unique thing with this guitar also over most other Tellies is it's finished on the back all the way up to matching headstock, which is a really neat looking feature. Let's see what else here we got. The tuners are just standard tuners, but they're not black and they're not chrome. They're that I think they call it smoke chrome or something. I didn't find that on the site. I forget what it's called. So that's the hardware there. It's got two string trees, which is nice for holding the tuning. It's been known to cause tuning issues on guitars with trems, but this is a hardtail, so no issues there really. We have domed knobs of the same color finishing as that. The bridge is the same way, and same with the pickup plates. It's got the typical three-way switch like you have on a Tele, except for it's the toggle switch, not the regular switch that you see on Telecasters. Other differences, just a regular hardtail bridge, two humbuckers. They're Seymour Duncans. It's pearly gates and a 59 in the bridge or in the neck position. The other neat thing about this guitar is it's got the push-pull pots, so you can get the single coil sounds also out of it, which actually they're quite nice and usable. So with all of that said, let's get into sounds here. So we'll start with clean sounds here with the starting on the bridge pickup. So we have and I'm going to move to the middle position, so we have both pickups engaged here. And now we're going to move to the neck pickup. All right, so that's the clean sounds. Just to quickly speak about them, I have played a bunch of different and owned a bunch of different mahogany carved top style single cutaway. I won't mention the name or style guitar, but that I don't really like their clean sounds. I find the humbuckers get awfully muddy or shrill, and it's either piercing or muddy and not a great sound, where these are actually, I find, to be quite usable clean tones, where with some other humbucker guitars is not such the case. So that's the standard clean tones. What we'll do now is we'll go with the pull the pot out, so we're now in single coil mode, and this is where this guitar actually really shines for clean tones. So that was the bridge position. Now we're going to switch into the middle. So we have, I believe it's the inside coil from each of the pickups, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And now we're moving to the neck position. So as you can hear, those are actually really nice single coil tones that a lot of times when you have push-pull pots, they don't give you quite that nice of a single coil tone. They give you more of a, it'll do in a pinch, but they're actually quite nice on this one, which is a real big bonus on a humbucker guitar, especially as if you're playing live and you want to have single coils, you want to have a humbucker, you don't want to be switching 100 guitars. Yeah, it's just really great for that. This guitar I ended up buying a few years ago when the one band I'm in, Long Nines, was playing a bunch of shows around Ontario. And I just wanted a better humbucker guitar because the P90 guitars that I really like as well, just a lot of stage noise. When you're playing different places, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're going to get. So I got a humbucker guitar that also had some really nice clean sounds, and it's great. It gets used a lot because of that. But now, let's throw some dirty sounds on here. I should also say before I keep going, I'm playing through a Marshall DSL 15, which is being routed through a Trainer 112 cab. I forget the model number on it. I'm sure SM57 on it, running directly into a Presonus Studio 192, and that's what's going into Pro Tools. So it's really as much of a direct signal as you really can get on recording. I am running through my pedal board, and we'll start to hear I'll play some of those sounds later too. But for now, it's going to be just the dirty channel on the amp with the guitar. So that's what it sounds like chords with the bridge pickup. Now I'll move into the middle. And now the neck position. So as you can hear, it really gives you some nice sort of scoop mids for rhythmy type tracks. It does really well for leads too. I've used it a lot for recording solos and recording different lead stuff. Let's give it I'll show you what it kind of does with some riffs here. Let's do. As you can hear, it actually sustains really well. You don't get that often from Telecasters that's quite the same way. So yeah, that's a lot of the sounds there that you get sort of direct. I'm going to throw some pedals on here, and we'll give some sort of, humbucker guitars you don't see a lot of in spacey type stuff. A lot of times that tends to be single coils. You get the sort of the thinner sounds, and this actually does it really well. So this now I'm going through a Sparkle drive, through TC Electronics triple delay, through the Holy Grail into the amp on the clean sound. So as you can hear there, it gets really chimey like you would expect out of some Fender offsets like Jaguars and Jazzmasters and stuff like that. Um, Now, as you see, I have a Jazzmaster hanging up there, and I have a Mustang. So if I'm going for that type of sound, typically this isn't the guitar that I would use if I'm just playing around and recording. But for a live situation, if we're doing something where you want some cleaner, jangly sounds, but you also need the humbucker sound, it works really well for that. Long Nines have a couple songs where there's, on the recording, I use this guitar as sort of the main rhythm and lead guitar, but in the bridge it breaks down and I end up using like the Jazzmaster on it. And this does great for that. You know, just pull that out and you get the... Yeah, it's really great for those single coil type sounds. So yeah, that's basically it for this guitar. Upcoming episodes, I'm actually going to start doing these more regularly and more often. Long story short, I started trying to do full proper videos with full editing and doing different takes and splicing and stuff. And I don't have the video skills to be doing that right now. So I'm just going to record these like this and put them out that way. So upcoming, I'm in the process of building a kit guitar actually that just came in. I did an unboxing video for it, which I'm going to probably mix in with doing like the finish, like the finishing of the body, and then I'll probably do an episode of putting electronics and what different things I've done that way. Yeah, so there's going to be a bunch more content coming. As you know, I have a bunch of guitars. I'm going to do this type of stuff where I go over those guitars, probably do some stuff with some pedals and some amps, and yeah, we'll see what else comes along. Probably some theory stuff too, because that's what I like to do. Anyway, thanks for joining me.